Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I'm sitting here I've got ice packs along my back. No air conditioning in here, so I may the packs are really helping, but I may be pouring sweat during our session today. So just a little disclaimer here. Um, I'm so excited to have you here with me. And we're going to have some really amazing activations today. And part of which I didn't know was going to come through as always. And I might do, let me just see. Sorry, guys. I might see if I can Oh, we missed a connection, but we're back. Hello, hello. I'm so joyful that you're here with me. I'd like to begin all of those who are here with me now. I want you to imagine this beautiful, that we're gathering today in this beautiful pyramid of the yellow illumination ray. We have all of our angels, guides, and guardians gathering in the sacred space. You all have your own healer guides who are coming in, your channeling guides. And they're going to support each one of us that enter the sacred space today. We're going to be surrounded by love, surrounded by light. And this is a moment in time. We're going to get some collective activations, but just imagine a pillar of light emanating from your higher self now into your being, so that all throughout this session today, any psychic activations or healer activations or any healing that you require, that today is this time we share together is an open door, an open space where you can receive all the healings that are available for you. And we're working with so many helpers, but Quan Yin is already with us, as well as beloved Gaia. Mother Earth is here with us as well. So you are a humanitarian. If you were not a humanitarian, you would not be here. You would not be drawn to healing work. But at the same time, again, like I say to the group that I connect with, you are really advanced souls who've been through many different experiences, and you haven't always played it safe. You've really put yourself out there on the forefront, and the front line, so to speak. And so you've had a lot of different experiences throughout the evolution of your soul. And some have strengthened your connection with humanity, while others have severed your connection with humanity. So we're going to do some healing around our connection with humanity today, some heart chakra opening. We're also going to receive activations in our ear chakras today. One of the things that Quan Yin had said is that compassion is shown through listening rather than speaking. Not that it doesn't come through speaking. Oh, thank you. I have Thor Kitty here with me today, which is an interesting dynamic. But one of the things that I wanted to share today is that, of course, when we come to do this work, when we activate compassion, a lot of time what happens is something that is really hard for us to find like empathy for can be activated. And I have to tell you, something occurred over this past weekend that really is driving me and Franny too, and we'd love to have other healers on board with us with this, is to have some recognition and really uncover the truth. There are some healers out there and some psychics, so they call themselves healers and psychics, that are really truly predators who are preying on people that are in, desperate situations. And I happened to work on a gentleman yesterday, and I don't know if you guys have had this happen before too, but it's happened to Franny and I many times. We've had people come to us saying, I spoke to so and so. They had said that I have all these negative attachments. It's going to take $5,000 for me to get cleared. Or I had this gentleman in particular yesterday who came through who said that he was told that he needed to have exactly 8 healings in order to heal all these negative energy attachments that he had from past lives that were blocking this relationship that he wanted to have healing around. So the interesting thing was, I know, right? Before I got on the call with him, I always tune in a little bit. And one of the messages that came through was, it was so funny because it came through Sylvia Brown in one of her books. I could literally hear her talking. And what she said was, if you question whether you're a good or bad person, you've got a great goodness within you, because people who, not that there's bad and good people, don't get me wrong, but there are some people, and Sylvia talked about them quite a bit, that were on the gray end where they had let go of a lot of their love and light. And so anyways, it was, hey, if you're questioning if you're a good person or not, you're a good person. If you were not a good person, you wouldn't care whether you were a good person or not. Well, the interesting thing is, one of the first things he said to me was, I want to know if I'm a bad person, if I'm evil. And it was like, no way. He was such a gentle soul. Now, there was a grain of truth in some of the things this person was picking up on. They were definitely intuitive, and were using those gifts to twist truths on this individual. So he had a past life that we cleared, where he had done some things that his soul still felt really guilty about. And so we cleared that, and there were some connections with getting stuck in some lower realms. And we worked with that. But it really, I felt so honored to connect with him and clear up some of the things that came in. And in fact, you guys, the first thing that I had to clear, and I'm sure some of the other healers have had this experience as well, when somebody has negative predictions or false guidance, the first thing that we had to do was clear the negative predictions, clear the false guidance, and there were like energy, almost like hooks in his field. So it's like these people that really don't care about healing, really don't care about humanity, are taking advantage of people when they are at their most vulnerable. Like he had been, there was a breakup, he had been somewhat ghosted, it really came out of nowhere, and he was devastated by it. And he started like going, he saw some like advertisements on TV, started talking to, different psychics and getting different stories. And it ultimately took him to someone who was trying to get him for everything that he's worth, And so it's really interesting that that came up before, because, I like to be in our position and have someone, people, and I know that there's so many more than this one individual, because Fran and I have been doing this work professionally a decade, and so we've had a lot of people come to us terrified by some of those, readings that they've gotten. So anyways, I felt it like boiling in me. And I know that Franny and I, and like I said, later down the line, maybe you guys might join us in a campaign to really unveil some of this predatory behavior so that people can find the right, they don't get, I'm sure there's people that just say, oh, that's bullshit. And they assume that all healers then or psychic readers are bullshit because that one person. So thank goodness that they get rerouted, to the real deal if they're tuned in enough, for that to happen. But I feel like there's just so many things where we can really educate people on, like, to trust your gut, and not just trust what everyone says, because they will. Like, there's just enough truth in these readings to, they know where your fears are. Like, this guy's worst fear was being a bad person, and he has a strong connection with church. So, there's a lot of things about sinning in there. So, anyhow, to get off my soapbox, but there's these things that really, really trigger us. And I realize at the same time, people have, I understand we all have to make a living, but we should all, no matter what our position is, we cannot, utilize that very core fear of, am I, going to be taken care of? You're always going to be taken care of. And one of the things, okay, so I pulled, I don't know if you guys have these. These are Buddha Wisdom Divine Feminine cards. I got these at Present Moment Books and Herbs here locally. And the one of the cards that I pulled for us today is, the loving kindness you show to others returns to you as grace. The loving kindness you show to others returns to you as grace. So when we really come from a place of kindness, understanding, and openness. It's openness. Today's a day, the illumination ray, it can really open our mind. And when we can come to a place of openness to humanity and everyone who's walking a different path, some paths we really can't understand, like we really don't get it. But everybody has their suffering. And Quan Yin is urging us today to reach inside our hearts. And even for those who we really feel like we can't quite feel where they're coming from with their actions. We can't quite understand, what is leading them to walk down certain paths that are causing a lot of pain for humanity. That we know that all pain, it can take us to, it can create path, and it can create really great expansion for all of us. So we can even, and coming out of it, I know that a lot of you are so mature on your healing path that you have gotten to a place here and there where you are actually able to be grateful for something really painful that happened to you, or someone who caused great pain, because they brought a stronger part of you, Thor energy, that you didn't even know existed. Sometimes we don't know who we are, really. We don't know our strength until we've looked our fears dead on. So, and that takes a catalyst, it takes an activator. So, um, let us hold space today, no matter like who it is or what type of predatory behavior that we find really difficult to comprehend. That knowing that inside each one of us, we have a child inside, an inner child that has experienced tremendous suffering, some more than others. And for that wounded child, that is within each person here on this planet, each being, Quan Yin is anchoring love. And she's going to be utilizing our human energy fields to reach deep inside the earth and deep within humanity today. So let us offer first our own wounds, our wounded child, our wounded essence. Let us offer that to the divine, to Kuan Yin. And know that there are times for deep compassion and holding the hand for someone through their pain. There are also times where we can utilize this energy when we're compassionate with ourselves and we hold space for our own pain, that our warriors can come forth with true integrity because we've taken care of ourselves. Because we know what happens when we don't take care of ourselves and we deny difficult emotions. We end up just getting to a boiling point or even an explosion. Let your wounds be filled with pure healing light, with kindness and understanding, with nurturing, comforting energy of Kuan Yin's divine nectar. Let us breathe as columns of violet light and pink light enter our systems. And we add even more, we offer up even more of our wounds to the divine today for healing. May our wounds only draw us deeper into love, deeper into understanding, deeper into kindness, deeper into compassion. And beloved Gaia is working with Kuan Yin right now. They're placing a golden globe of light around your Earth Star chakra beneath your feet. And in the heart and in the center of that emanates the violet light and the pink light of cosmic love, that violet light of magic and alchemy. Let our relationships with humanity be healed and empowered today. Feel the heart of Gaia deep within the earth, creating a heart link with your heart now. This pillar of love emanating from Gaia's heart up into your being and into your heart now. Mother Earth has unconditional love for us. Despite the trauma and pain we have caused her, she loves us and offers us refuge unconditionally. Everywhere we go on this planet offers healing, sustenance, let us tap in to these healing energies. Let us stand strong in who we are and ground deeply within the earth. Let the energies of heaven and earth be equal within our system. As our chakras and our meridians, everything's opening up so that the flow of the energy in the upper part of our body and the lower part of our body is moving together. The energy on the left and the right side of the body is crossing over. Notice what's happening inside you right now. Where are you clearing and where are you receiving a saturation of divine healing light? Let us offer a deep sense of gratitude for all of the gifts that we have received from heaven, from earth, and that we are receiving now at this time. Quan Yin is now activating our heart chakra, our high heart chakra, our sacral chakra, all at the same time. And they are connecting together. Your higher self is dropping down in to your system at whatever level you are able to receive at this time. And you will integrate at whatever level you're able to integrate at this time. Your infinite self is now activating your true feelings for humanity, which stem from deep love, a great desire to serve, understanding, objectivity, and you may even feel more neutrality. Quan Yin is breathing in to the eyes and to the inner eyes and the outer eyes, the physical eyes and the energetic eyes. She's allowing you to see humanity from her perspective, her vantage point. And she shows us just again how much of humanity is allowing their wounding to really gauge their actions. Their wounding lays the groundwork for not only their actions, but also their words. She says this is the true sickness on our planet. And she showed these wounds like as gaping wounds, even for some. And the more destructive the behavior, of course, the more devastating their wounds are within them. Devastation comes from devastation. But that's the amazing thing, that people like yourselves who are willing to do the healing work, it's like the buck stops here with you, because you're not allowing, you're human. We're gonna do things that hurt others sometimes. And when we do things that hurt others, we're just doing things that hurt ourselves, right? It happens sometimes. We're not perfect. But we are aware and we're willing to take responsibility for our actions. I know that you're willing to take responsibility for your actions. And you really have the intentions to be love, kindness, and understanding here on this planet. And you are here with me now today, and with these amazing healers, with Quan Yin, with Mother Earth, and all of the angelic healers and all of our guides, to receive any downloads that are available for you at this time to help you be attuned to love and compassion, to help keep your heart open, your mind open, to help you see from other people's point of view, and to protect that deeply sensitive. So many of us here, we're empaths and we're deeply sensitive and deeply hurt by other people's harsh actions. It doesn't have to be towards us. We're deeply hurt for the collective. We're deeply hurt at times, just for others in our lives that we see hurting. And so hold space and understanding and compassion for yourself. And let yourself receive a buffer right here and right now. Let your psychic senses be adjusted. Not only are your psychic senses awakening right now, but they're adjusting right now so that you can be more present here on earth, so you can be stronger in your power. I can feel us. I can feel the violet flame. And Quan Yin has brought her dragons here with us today, and they're clearing our energy fields and empowering us, weaving in this electric light of divine protection that will help us be observers rather than absorbers of what's going on around us. And one of Quan Yin's favorites is the purple fluorite. So receiving an activation of the purple fluorite today. Within our systems, this energy is transmuting negativity. In several feet around us in all directions. I feel a lot of clearing. And I'm seeing a lot of energy for our inner child that's come forth. Not only are we seeing like the dragons and the unicorns and Pegasus, I saw little Care Bears. I don't know, for some of us who had the Care Bears, and just that whole idea of just caring for others, being mindful of how our actions affect those not only around us, but affect the collective, and how our words affect the collective. So here Quan Yin is coming in, and she's beginning the activation for our throat chakras and our ear chakras. I love you all. Thank you so much. Let our throats and our ears adjust to be in greater harmony. And sometimes that's the hardest thing for us sensitive individuals. It's hard for us to hear negativity. It's hard for us to hold space for that, but that's what compassionate listening is all about. And a lot of people just need to be heard. They don't need for anybody to give them a solution. They just need to be heard. So let our ears be open and cleansed and protected, our throat chakra opened, and we're receiving a download of compassion and wisdom in our throat, pure love, even entering our voice box now. And the eardrums. And we're anchoring this violet light of mercy, compassion, forgiveness into all of social media. To all of the internet. Let everything be infused with kindness and understanding. Remembering that, a lot of times, there's some kind of, people that were more aware of their sensitivity, like children, for example. Not always, unfortunately for us, but children are so sensitive. And a lot of times people are more cautious about what they say in front of children and around children and directly to children. But if we really take a look and see that within every living being, there's an inner child that's listening. And that likely is not only able to recognize negative language, they absorb it, they integrate it, they take it in. While those kind, loving words sometimes get lost. So you can see where Quan Yin is going with this. It's almost more important, like what we don't say, what we refrain from saying, that I can see, because, people aren't always absorbing the good. If we even put more emphasis, not only on saying good, but refraining from saying things that would hurt people, because again, they're going to be listening to that so much more than the good. That's just how humans are hardwired. So let us receive an upgrade in our language, in our expression, to really be aware of when those pivotal moments when we could say something that could be hurtful to someone or damage them in some way, and we choose not to. We choose to offer something else. Now feel your chakras are starting to open up, and all the negativity that you have absorbed in the last 30 days, Quan Yin has chosen this time frame, in the last 30 days, this is an opportunity to release that negativity, especially that came to you through somebody's unkind words. Whether it was directed towards you or directed towards the collective, no matter. The violet fire is now rising within us and transmuting that darkness into light. We're going to take several deep breaths to allow our chakras to receive an upgrade today. Pure divine light, wisdom, pure healing, energies. The more we let go of here, the more we're going to receive from Quan Yin. And she's about to give us a very powerful activation in a moment. So really allow your exhale to be as complete as possible. You can let go in a sigh of relief. I feel a lot clearing from the deep layers of the subconscious. A lot of us can feel the mouth of God point at the base of the skull activated. There's a deep cleansing that's happening in our emotional bodies. Now, directly from the heart of Gaia and directly from the heart of Quan Yin, Gaia is behind us, Quan Yin is before us. They're beaming from their high heart and their heart centers into our high heart and our heart centers, which this is really going to help us with immune system boosting as well. But we're opening to greater love. You may feel some pressure or some buzzing on your crown chakra, and your crown chakra beginning to expand. Feel the pure love saturating your awareness. Pure love for all of life, for all of humanity. It isn't humanity that we have such struggles with. It is the ignorance. And we have to remember that when we come into the physical form, each one of us submits to some level of amnesia and forgetfulness of who we really are, our true nature. And this gives us they might be in the level where many of you are, and we ebb and flow to different levels of awareness, but you are awake. While others are asleep. And the truth is that we've all been there, each one of us. We've been there at one point or another, and we've been there at one lifetime or another, more heavily. Now we're each going to receive another level of our own personal healing, our own personal healer activation. Some of us will have certain channels that are opened and awakened now, certain psychic senses, certain downloads of light that support us in being pure channels. Each one of us has come to serve humanity. Let us receive the support. Each one of you, allow yourselves to receive the support that you require at this time to be who you came down here to be and do what you came down here to do. You don't have to worry about the big picture, one step at a time. What you need over the next 30 days, particularly, to support you in those steps that you need to take, those actions that need to be completed. How are you all feeling right now? Tingly. Okay, good. Good. Oh, I'm so happy that you're feeling all those wonderful energies. Yes. I just want to make a, I might have to say this here, just a way that this is coming through for me. I miss so many of the comments. So if you have specific questions that you have too, feel free to put them in the comments here or to contact me directly. It's because I may not have a chance to respond here in case there are questions. Do you guys feel ready to share this healing light with the planet on a deeper level now? Oh, thank you, Nicole. I'm so grateful. Okay, let us focus on all of our channels, our healing channels that are both inner and outer body, there is a floodgate that's opened now as we hold the intention to send the healing to the collective now. We are being filled with light. And all of the excess energy is going into the center of the earth. We're also, of course, sending that energy. It's emanating out from us into the collective. All who are willing and open to receive it. And for those who aren't quite ready to receive it right here and now, if their higher self allows and consents, there will be energy remaining in a vortex for them, and they can receive it when they are ready. Let everybody on this planet feel surrounded by love and light and compassion, even if it's for a fraction of a second, even if it's for just a moment. Transformation can happen in a moment, and I know you know this because you've felt it before. This is a moment in time where our fellow brothers and sisters on this planet can experience an aha moment, an awakening, or simply feel relief from their pain and their grief, their sorrow, their fear, their confusion. May they all experience this light that enters the darkness. This light that enters the darkness. All living beings, particularly people who are close to you now, are receiving profound pathways of light and openings, healings, miracles. When we shift from a negative pattern in thinking and experience positive thought, that's a miracle. I love in the Course in Miracles that they say there's no like major and minor miracles. Every miracle is a big deal. They're all equal in the eyes of the divine. Compassion is poured onto suffering now. Understanding. May people feel understood, heard, seen, valued, loved, accepted. May even the lowest levels of thought be penetrated by the illumination ray now. Divine wisdom, truth, awakening, available now. Quan Yin has just wants us to think about something in our world and how we can support um, humanity. So much, this is still true for, our planet and the way that it's running now. There will be a time where it's different, but money is power. And I know that there's sometimes we don't have a choice. Sometimes we don't. But when we have a choice, as much as we can, give our money, spend our money with people, with organizations, with corporations that care about the planet, that care about humanity, that have proven track records of working in integrity. The more that we can support, because it's really, and our money is really what that's one of our greatest, forms of activism is to cut off the pipelines of money that go, and it's within our hands of people who really clearly do not care at all for humanity, that only care about profit. So the more that we can today, nobody, like none of us, you know, are being asked to be perfect, but the more that we can give, and if we're struggling financially, even giving a little bit to something good, that always will come back to you. It will always come back. And I'm really taking that into my heart now. And it's like those out of like integrity places, we serve ourselves by not using them. Think about, I just have to, this is me in my soapbox again, okay? But think about Amazon and all the fake junk that is on there. More and more people are, whether it's like like an appliance or something that, even a lot of beauty products, the stuff on Amazon, so much of it is fake. And you'll go in and read the comments, and people are like, I've bought this product before, or my friend had this product and they bought it from, directly at the source, and it was 10 times better. Like, this is not the real deal. It's happening with clothing and shoes, everything. Like, there's so much fake stuff out there. And that's what happens. There's no like watching of these things. This is a corporation, a major corporation is not willing to pay taxes. Of course they don't care, how people are making money or what garbage they're selling to people, So, we do have more power than we think. So just wanted to share that. And I just want to thank everyone who's come together today, and our angels and guides are working with each one of us, perfecting our energy field and sealing our healing, sealing the healing for the planet and each one of us collectively. And I just want to let everybody know, okay, so I do, for those of you who aren't familiar, I offer monthly attunements. And I took August off, and I'm just going to take, I know that I'm going to take September off, but this is the good news. I'm going to be putting a lot more out on YouTube. So I just feel like right now, everything that's happening with the planet, I would just like to offer as much as I can to the collective. So I'm going to be upping YouTube videos for the month of September. So there's going to be a lot of free healing on there this month. So join me, and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to everyone who donates to the channel, everyone who just joins me live here, who gives your words of support, to everyone who works with me on an individual basis, who gets the activations. I am so grateful, and I really am just so delighted that we have this space that we can share together and work with one another. So, and thank you so much for willing to take the time to listen to what I have to say. So, mwah, I love you so much, really, truly, deeply from my heart. And I thank you so much. We'll see you very, very soon. Thank you so much.